I've been doing biofield tuning with you for at least 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
I got my foundations in biofield tuning, and then I reached out to you to start receiving sessions. So I knew a little bit about biofield tuning and was starting to use the forks myself. The experience for me is that it changes my frequency. There's no doubt about it. Before a session, if I'm heavy, tired, I haven't been feeling well, I remember we went through a whole period with my sinuses being so fired up, and we would have a session, and afterwards my energy was back. I felt centered and balanced. I felt my frequency so much higher. I also felt grounded. A lot of the times in our sessions, I haven't been grounded, and so that has helped me find that. And it's also cleared up physical symptoms that manifest from energy blockages for me. So that has been a huge help.
Yeah.
The other part has been uncovering aspects of my history, trauma that I experienced or my ancestors experienced, that's shown up in the field, that as I've worked on myself, I didn't connect to those things. And then when you find them, it brings that awareness, and then I'm able to work with it. And that is just, it's so exciting. It's like, oh, now I can start to put the puzzle pieces together and work in a more in-depth way on myself, and do that whole journaling and journeying and clearing some of those heavy energies that I've been carrying for a long, long time.
Yeah. I found that the sound in the session is like a mirror, and it's showing us what's going on in the field. And so it's giving you the piece that is missing from the work that you do after the session too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does, things come to me in the session, but even more comes after the session. There's this almost like a percolating time of reflecting and feeling into it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then it starts to make more sense, and I do write it all down so that I get a sense. And each time we meet, it seems like we work in a different area. Sometimes there's common things, and other times it's completely different. But there's always such a deep learning experience for me, and a healing experience.
I just want to make sure that we mention that we're working remotely at a distance. We haven't had any in-person sessions yet in 2 years.
Yep. Yeah, they've all been distance, and they've been fabulous. I don't think there would be any difference. I mean, the experience I've had in person and working distant, it's the same thing. Energy travels, and that mirror is there, and the dissonance is there, and I can feel the changes, and I've had physical sensations in my body.
Yeah, when we set the intention to connect for the session, and you're visualize yourself in my table, do you feel any changes in your physical body, or like some sort of change in temperature, or what you feel?
As soon as we connect, there's just a gentle tingle through my whole body, that I feel like we're connected, and I feel like I'm on your table, and we just go from there, and whatever happens, and no two sessions have been the same.
No.
And even though sometimes there's intense energies and intense emotions will come up, then they subside, and we always end the sessions, and I'm feeling in a good place. I always need a salt bath after, and lots of water and rest. I don't try and do anything after the sessions. I do take the time to just let things settle. And I think that helps too.
Yeah. And what do you think about the amount of sessions? Like, because some people has like they want to know how many sessions it will take to heal something, or something.
It's a good question. How many layers are in an onion?
Yeah.
We don't know until we cut it open, right?
Yeah.
And then it's, there's always the next step. There's always things happening, and there are things that happen on a day-to-day basis. And it may not be in the past. It may be something that we're dealing with currently. That if I'm feeling overwhelmed for something, I would reach out to you because it's the current time. I'm not working on anything else in particular. So I don't think there is a prescribed number, but I definitely would not do less than 3. Because the first one, you're just getting a sense of what it is. And the second one, you're going to feel more and more because it's like anything. You get into a rhythm with it.
I had my at the beginning when I started working with biofield tuning and other techniques, I thought that the first sessions will be the strongest one. But then I realized that with the time pass and the more layers we take, sometimes there's deeper and stronger scars, like energetic scars in our field that they're coming after. And if we don't push to look for those, they're gonna still be there.
And yeah, we didn't get into anything ancestral really until about a year and a half. We'd started peeling back. We really dealt with me a lot, and we got into the womb and energies that I brought in from my mom, and then later on we got into my grandparents and their grief that I had been carrying, and I never would have known that, and it gave me such relief to the heaviness that I held in my heart, to work through that. And that I'm very, very grateful for. And so there's been so much healing go on as a result. So it's not just, I'm feeling stressed, I should go get biofield tuning. No, this is a journey. This is about healing ourselves on all levels, across all time and space. Helping our children too.
Across I was gonna say that.
Means what I heal, I help heal for my children and their children.
Yeah. When the ancestral sound, when we found those sounds that they're not harmonic, they sound bad, they feel bad, they have a different texture or temperature. That is the same energy that your kids have, your descendant. So whatever comes from ancestral, it's just go, and it's better just to modulate and change and heal whatever we need to, so they can get the benefit also.
It's just it's so enlightening, and it is liberating, and those realizations help us understand our lives and the roles we're playing in this lifetime. Just highly recommend it. You don't have to understand it to feel it, to experience it. Just let it happen. Just be with the frequencies and see what comes up.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, thank you so much, Brenda.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, because your knowledge and your experience is going to be helpful for so many people that they just start to get to know these vibrational therapies at a distance also, because people normally go to sound bath or they do some Tibetan balls, but this is different. I find it so powerful. It almost is like surgery. It's an energetic surgery where we change stuff. So it's great for other people to know.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.